Good morning, students. I am Bindya, lecturer of fashion designing from Vocational Education Department, Chandigarh. Today, our topic is textile chemical processing. In the first segment of textile chemical processing, we have already discussed grey goods, impurities, types of impurities, and how it can be removed by singeing, scoring, and processes. Now we will discuss about other various processes like desizing, bleaching, and mercerization processes. At first, we will discuss desizing. Desizing is the process of removing the size material from warp yarns after a textile fabric is woven. For this, we need to understand what is size material and why it is applied. Size material is added during the weaving preparatory process. When the fabric weaving with the single ply spun yarn is done, the sizing of the warp yarn gets mandatory because the single ply spun yarn pose very poor weavability. A very thin film of the starch, binders, and softeners is applied to the warp yarn surface. The typical sizing agents used are natural starch like maize, potato, wheat, rice, arrowroot, etc. Objective of sizing. Main objective of the sizing is to provide strength to the yarn. This improves the weaving efficiency by reducing the yarn breakage. After the weaving is completed, the size material is undesirable in the fabric. So, it makes the fabric stiff and hydrophobic in nature. Hydrophobic means it will not allow dye to penetrate and print the fabric easily if starch is present in the fabric. Objective of desizing. The main objective of the desizing is removal of starch from fabric. For this purpose, the fabric is impregnated in the desizing bath and stored for 8 to 12 hours. The impregnating bath contains required amount of enzyme, wetting agent, and sodium chloride. After this process, fabric is thoroughly washed with hot water. In enzyme application of desizing, the fabric padded with enzyme bath is then passed through steam of 96 to 100 degrees centigrade temperature. This is a rapid process in which desizing with enzymes is that there is no risk of damaging the fibers. This process is an eco-friendly and relatively expensive. Students, here you can see desizing machine and desized fabric. Now, our next process is bleaching. After scoring process, the fabric is free from oils and waxes. However, natural coloring matter are still present in the fiber. If this color is not removed at this stage, then it will be very difficult to attain the desired shade in dyeing process. Natural fibers are off-white in color due to color bodies present in the fiber. The climate, soil, drought, and frost can also cause various degrees of yellowness. Coloration may also come from dirt, dust, insects, or from harvesting or processing equipment in the form of oil and greases. Objectives of bleaching. The main objective of the bleaching process is removal of natural coloring matter and to make the fabric perfect white with minimum damage to fibers and within the shortest possible time. Bleaching is generally carried out by oxidative process. Some of the examples of bleaching agents are sodium hypochlorite, sodium chloride, and hydrogen peroxide. Students, hydrogen peroxide is also called as universal bleaching agent. You know why? Because it is very mild bleaching agent. It is used for almost all type of cotton, polyester, cotton blends and silk fabrics. In the slide, you can see the type of bleaching agents. A bleaching agent is a substance that can whiten or decolorize other substances. Here you can see oxidation bleaching agents, reductive bleaching agents. In oxidation bleaching agents, it is divided into two parts, peroxide system, chlorine system. But on the other hand, reductive bleaching agents are sulfur dioxide, sodium hydrosulfide, sulfoxylates, acidic sodium sulfide, sodium bisulfides. So these are the bleaching agents we use to bleach the fabric. Now you can see the difference in the picture. Yarns before bleaching and yarn after bleaching. Before bleaching, it is actual in color in which we get it, and after bleaching, we use some bleaching agents to remove the original color. Peroxide bleaching is carried out generally near or above boiling temperature under pressure for 1 hour or more. After bleaching, the fabric is thoroughly rinsed with slight amount of basic solution to avoid formulation of insoluble salts and silicates. After bleaching, fabric may be sold as perfect white cloth. For achieving perfect white cloth, fabric is treated with optical whitening agents such as tinopal, ranipal, etc., and bluing agents such as robin blue, ujala, etc. Now, our last process for the fabric is mercerization. Mercerization is a process in which cotton is treated with a caustic solution to improve properties such as fiber strength, shrinkage resistance, luster, and dye affinity. The caustic actually rearranges the cellulose molecules and the fiber to produce these changes. Now, our question is, what is mercerization? So, the mercerization is a pre-treatment or finishing treatment of cellulose materials with higher concentrated alkali for short period at lower temperature. Mercerization gives cotton woven cloth a silky luster and is the foundation of many improved and beautiful finishes. Mercerization was discovered by John Mercer and the process is named after him. Mercerizing. John Mercer was a young chemist. One day, while he was filtering some chemical solution using cotton cloth, he observed some changes in the cotton fabrics. He studied the changes in detail to standardize the process. In the mercerization process, cotton fabric or yarn is treated with cold concentrated solution of sodium hydroxide for 1 minute or less. In the pic, you can see How cotton fibers swell, untwist, and their bean shaped cross section changes into a round form. Here you can see the difference in cotton after mercerization process. This is a mercerized cotton and this is not mercerized cotton. Mercerization improves the following properties of the cotton fabric. Strength would be increased to 15 to 25%, enhanced luster, great affinity to water dyes and other chemical finishes, shrinkage control in both the direction of the fabric. Fabric is padded with about 20 to 25% sodium hydroxide solution containing a wetting agent. Fabric is passed over several cans to allow a doubling time of approximately 1 minute. During this time, sodium hydroxide will penetrate the fibers and react with them. At this stage, the tension is applied lengthwise. The fabric is then placed on a stanter machine and is pulled to its desired dimensions. Here you can see the pic of stanter machine. This machine is used for open knitting and woven fabric. Thank you, students.